Today, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why Tony Shivani should be fired. All right. Let me tell you guys, Tony Schiavone is corny. He is so corny, dude. In fact, we're not going to use this picture. We're going to use this one right here. Corny Schiavone. Amongst his two commentary partners, Excalibur and Taz, who actually have real life wrestling experience, Tony Schiavone was hired from Jim Cornette Productions, and that was it. The Jim Cornette hired Tony Schiavone back in the day and eventually became WCW. Eventually, they got Eric Bischoff to run the show, and Eric Bischoff realized that Tony Schiavone was a tool. He did everything he asked to the T, and obviously you want that, but that means Tony Schiavone, he's just a reporter. He could go on anything else. He could go on like the Weather Channel. He could go as a news anchor, some Rob Burgundy up in this mud. He could do anything else if you ask him to. He could be a YouTuber. He could be a trading card guy. He could be anywhere you plug and play. Whereas Taz, if you tell him to do something, if you tell him to go somewhere, he's going to object to multiple things. When Taz was invited to the RJ City AEW, he complained and he fought about it and he said, I don't want to be here. But since they kept on bugging him, he said, all right, I'll go. And guess what? He explained to RJ City, that geek, that he doesn't like him, that he doesn't want to be there. Taz is raw, guys. He is raw and he's going to tell you straight. He's not going to beat around the bush like a crybaby, like corny Schiavone. Excalibur, on the other hand, his counterpart, he has experience with wrestling. He knows so many moves. He is exciting to listen to. Tony Schiavone, you're out of here. It's kind of like if you're with your buddy and you're having some drinks and you're having a beer, and for instance, you're just looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden, a large, colorful LED UFO appears. And all of a sudden, your friend says, unbelievable. You're going to stare at your friend and you're going to feel uncomfortable, as I would feel uncomfortable. I'd be like, bro, how is that unbelievable? Why is that unbelievable? It's right in front of your face. It shouldn't be. This should be like, this is incredible. Wow, what a sight. You know? Oh my God, I can't believe we're seeing this. This is a UFO. Not unbelievable. That is Tony Schiavone's corny little catchphrase. And I hate when these wrestlers, they really put themselves through something crazy. And Tony Schiavone has to just take up the whole time to say unbelievable. He does this so many times on Dynamite, you know? And just the way, like, he thinks, I don't know, like, have you ever heard where, like, in goal, like in soccer, where they'll be like, Aiva, ilego, you know, whatever the hell they're saying, you know, he's like, he's running, you know, he's gonna shoot, oh, in goal, Ooh, like that? Like, I mean, dude, and maybe in soccer that works. It kind of doesn't work for me because it just seems like excessive. But he seems to like almost hold his breath and just just say as long as possible, like, this is crazy. If I start talking to you like that and we're on a roller coaster and be like, man, I'm having a good time, that would just feel weird. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, and I think this corny Shivani always does this. Whether he's doing an interview, whether he's doing something like that, I get that he has history with WCW. I get that he's been in the game for a while. Whatever. Who cares? There's been a lot of people who's been in the game, and you know what? They just seem to be out of touch. And I think Taz, he has an actual relationship with wrestlers. So, when you hear Joey Styles, even Joey Styles, you could hear him. He's actually passionate. Oh my God! You could see him. He just went through the table. He got spiked. And you really feel the aggression towards the wrestler, towards what's going on. He's like, Edge just speared Mick Foley through that flaming table. Oh my God! And Joey Styles was so cool to do this, So I think that a lot of that is like missing with Tony Schiavone, and a good replacement for him, even though I don't like Daniel Bryan, which is such a crazy thing to say, guys. Sorry to say, but I don't like Daniel Bryan as a wrestler because he's boring to me. But I'll give it to him when I do hear him on commentary alongside Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. Sometimes Taz isn't there because he has his own thing to do. Then fine. He does so much better. Nigel McGuinness does so much better. This is probably why Nigel McGuinness kind of like messes with Tony Schiavone a lot, because Nigel McGuinness has that English accent, and that's the way. He has so much to offer. He has so much to give, and it doesn't come off as like off. To me, it just, in my gut, it comes off as off with Tony Schiavone. So that's why I'm saying I think he should be fired. And let AEW have a product that could breathe and throw some life and fire into this commentary team. Because if Taz and Excalibur, the two guys who are excellent at doing commentary on Dynamite, and everybody just will be fine. We don't need Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone, get your ass up, go to the back, do Michael Cole's job, interview stars, be like Funaki, and just interview people. And I know Renee Paquette's back there, so throw the guy in Collision, and I think we'll be okay. Clean up our hands and everything. What do you guys think about Tony Schiavone? What do you guys, do you guys like him? Do you guys think he's a tool? Do you guys think he's annoying? Do you guys think he's great? Do you guys think he's one of the best commentators in sports, and wrestling history? What do you guys think? Would you guys want to see Tony Schiavone in the next 30 plus years? Or are you guys kind of like, we don't really care, we could go with somebody else? Or maybe you didn't even pay attention to commentary, huh? Have you guys ever tried listening or watching wrestling without commentary? You just put the volume down or you just mute it. It's cooler. It's so much cooler. Obviously, the color commentary is there, and obviously we want to listen to it with it, but sometimes you do your own color commentary, and you have your own things to say. And I think it's great. I think it's great. So, that's my 2 takes on it, guys. I'll be doing more videos later. And just stay tuned. And if you guys want, share, like, subscribe for the Ruthless Aggression Critic. Yeah.